Hey, it's Coach Tim, Spider Cave Studios, Torrance, California. I wanted to give you the secret that I discovered from the world's most prolific influencers that happen to be on social media. If you've ever uh, followed me on Facebook, you'll know that there are several people seeped in the neurosciences of influence and persuasion that I follow and follow me, and oftentimes you'll see them on my threads. One of the things that I noticed, and it's something we all could use, is that these guys will often, when they're promoting something, is when they'll raise their heads and come over to Tim's wall and comment or even like some of the stuff that I'm doing or somebody has commented. Now, why does that matter? Why is that a big deal? Well, when they're promoting something, they want attention, right? So they're going to do the normal ads and all that. But part of the thing that's important to for us to understand is the concept of priming, which is where you're reminded of something uh, and it's a subtle reminder. It's almost like a subliminal kind of thing, and you could look it up. Psychological priming. It's pretty simple, but it's something through time that reminds us over and over again that something exists. And so when we see, we may forget about all the primes that happen that are subtle, but then all of a sudden the likelihood of us noticing something when it's presented to us is more likely. Like when I get an email from these guys, or I get an ad that is somewhere else on Facebook or Instagram. So how's that happen? Why? Well, understand all of these guys. If there's one thing they all teach that is number one, probably, if you want to put it down into one thing, is to attach all the good feelings. Imagine all the good feelings, right, that you have, or something you feel really good about, and you associate it. They associate it to themselves. You see what I just did? And if you watch somebody like Tony Robbins, you always see all these weird moves he's doing. That's what he's doing, and it's a trigger. In fact, I have a podcast on that. In fact, most of these guys that I've talked to and gals are on the podcasts are on my Facebook, and it's how we originally set the deal up to get on was through Facebook. So think about that, how you can use that association. And now this is a real thing. It's oxytocin. They have found through a study, I think it was in 2010 out of Claremont University. They found that oxytocin is released in social media when people use it. It's a powerful hormone. It's the cuddle drug that our brains make. They call it the cuddle drug because after you're done doing the thing, doing the that's what's released. And that's the cuddle drug. Well, guess what? We're getting that through our social media. So understand how to use that. And I'm going to go on through the time and share this as the 5 days of social media.